Hello everyone, I'm Mo. Here is
Luke, nice to
Luke.
meet you.
Yeah, and today we are going to talk about the British national dish, fish and chips.
Yay!
Yeah! So it's a special episode of our channel called 美食的咕噜家.
Exactly.
As we know, 14 years ago, there was a very strange English company did an investigation for the most famous of English. So the top three is the Queen and the Beatles. Then fish and chips is the top one. Why it's famous? Do you like it?
Love fish and chips.
Yeah, so would you like to talk about the history about this? Like when you found it and how it goes in Britain?
Well, fish and chips originated in Britain around the 16th century, I believe, is when it's the first started hearing rumours. The true story today is still a mystery of where fish and chips actually came from and who was the person behind it.
Yeah.
So one of the stories behind is that the Jewish came to London and they brought over a method of frying fish, and that was in around 1860. We have a first recorded shop opened by Joseph Marlin, who sold fish fried in a Jewish fashion. So after that it started to begin the popularity. During World War II, it was one of the only foods that were unlimited.
Only?
One of the only foods unlimited.
Okay.
Which helped us win World War II.
Ah.
So I think this gathered more popularity
Yeah.
during this period.
And speaking of World War II, I heard a story about the Normandy landing. So you have the secret code. So you see fish, I see chips. So to distinguish who is friends, who is enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fish and chips played a very, very important role in World War II. And I heard another story behind this is the importance of the chips. No, because of potato, actually. Because it's your national food. And Luke told me yesterday the Lay's, right?
Yeah.
The Lay's, very famous in Chinese, it's called 乐事. It's originally from British company because they love the chips very much and the potato. And speaking of potato, it comes from from 500 years ago, from the Columbus. So he went to the South America and found the potato and brought it back to Europe. And 200 years later, you found that it's very suitable for your country because the sunshine is too low and you can't grow a lot of greens. So not like us, we have lots of rice and noodles. Find the other ways to enjoy chips. So in Britain, there's plenty of potatoes, and potato become more popular instead of the eastern countries with the greens. So it's the main dish for British. Look.
Yes.
Could you please introduce us about the cooking method in Britain, like how it changed and maybe different from everywhere, like the south, north, and I heard some Asian-owned fish and chips restaurants, they put MSG inside there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So traditionally, fish and chips would be fried, and with modern technology, we have frying machines now.
So what's that before? You use charcoal? Or?
I'd imagine that they would use oil in a pan and fill it slightly. So you take the whole fish, chop off the head, take the long portion, like you two sides of the meat, you take the inside out. Now you're left with just two fish breasts, if you will. Like a chicken breast, a fish,
Right.
The long portion.
Yeah.
So then they would take that, put some flour, and sometimes we would cook it in beer. So once you put this in the hot oil, it begins to bubble, and it gets a crispy brown coating on the outside with a nice crunch when you bite into it. So these days, they prepare the fish, they put them into a fryer, and they just dip it into the oil. They leave it for
faster
for a period of time. Same way that many fast food places make fries, or we would call them chips.
Yeah, chips.
Yeah.
And is that beer? Genius? That's genius, right?
Well, they also cook onions in the beer, so they can get a big slice of onion, and you can have deep fried onions, rings, up to potentially 10 centimeters. You can have them on the side, like a side dish.
Got it.
And another popular dish on the side is mushy peas. So mushy peas, a pea is blended traditionally with a little bit of mint until it's a paste, a green paste. And you can dip your chips, or you can put a little bit onto the fish and try it.
Yeah. So what's the national sauce for that? Because for us, like in Asian countries, we use plenty of sauce, like mayo, which is very strange for you, and tomato sauce, also popular in Asian countries.
So traditionally, you would have a tartar sauce, which is French, but we won't talk about that.
Okay, tartar is from English today.
So tartar sauce is traditional for a side dish for a sauce. Also the mushy peas. If you will become more modern, people will use tomato sauce. People will give you the option of mayonnaise. But this is not
as well.
This is not traditional.
Okay. I also heard another version of that story. Americans call that French chips. So
French fries.
Yeah, French fries. And the Belgian side, it originally comes from Belgium, but after that period, it was Holland, I believe so.
Yeah.
And in the winter, they don't have potatoes to eat, so they have some fish and fried the fish. So now it's hard to find out who invented this method to eat the fried fish. But could you tell us about what kind of fish you particularly eat?
What we have most common is cod, but we would use mostly any white fish. So any fish with a white flesh is acceptable, but cod, I think, one, because we can access it very easily.
And that's why you had 3 words with Iceland for the cod.
Yes, we even named our supermarket after them.
What?
We have a supermarket called Iceland, and they sell fish and chips as well.
It's very aggressive to Icelander. I believe so. The UN. Yeah, the UN defined acceptable area for your Iceland countries for the bigger area for fishing after the war. So you have the new policy for the fishing area, and you can peacefully enjoy the sea. Look, could you tell us how crazy are British on fish and chips? Like, how often you go there?
With fish and chips, I think you will find one in every main high street. Every shopping district will have at least one. Sometimes you can have 2 or multiple along the same street.
So I suppose it's just like fried rice in China. Like KFC. I read the fish and chips restaurants are 9 times more than KFC in UK.
9 times more
than KFC. So it's very popular. Than that.
It's very popular, and traditionally they're wrapped in newspaper.
It's poison.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing on that.
So in around the 1980s, they made a law that you have to put a grease-proof material inside first, then the newspaper.
Yeah, otherwise it will be black. It depends on how colorful it is, the newspaper.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it could be very colorful.
So to stop the ink poisoning the fish, they now put inside.
Is that a law?
Yes.
Okay. How crazy is the local people with fried and chips?
I mean, people could begin to fight if they don't get the right food. In fast food restaurants in the UK, they can become very angry if the food is not correct.
Like not crispy enough or wrong fish or something?
Yeah, if it's not cooked properly, the portion, if it's not
Blood inside.
correct.
So what will happen?
There's been documented cases of physical fights taking place.
With the restaurant owner or?
I believe so.
Okay, then it's very tough.
They're very passionate about their fish and chips. This is
Okay.
national
Yeah,
history.
yeah. And they're very picky on that.
Yes. Fish and chips are so popular in the UK that all other dishes are using the newspaper too to wrap the products to sell. But it began with fish and chips.
Yeah, but still.
Still today,
Okay, and you just put something in between.
yes.
Yeah, we see proof.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
paper. Yeah.
And now as well, sometimes they just have food paper,
Mhm.
but it looks like a newspaper, a design.
Ah, yeah. But
They-
it's the baking paper.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have baking paper, but they have a design that
Ah.
to pay homage to the history behind fish and chips.
Yeah. That's why we are saying allergens never getting old. Right? Never. So fish and chips just like curry to Indian
Yes.
and math to Chinese. Methylamine to American. Which drive us crazy on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But now, actually, I believe in recent years, curry has become the #1 dish in the UK.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is not traditional curry. We have a Western style.
Yeah.
It's more sweet and with coconut. It's not their history at all. We have taken their influence and created a different product.
So British curry. Fish inside, right? oh. Yeah, you must have a lot of potato inside as well.
We do.
Yeah, but it can't wrap in newspapers. You must have a bowl for them anyway.
There's a product in the UK, baked potatoes. Have you had a baked potato before?
Yeah, an oven, right?
One whole potato.
Yeah.
We cut like a cross, open, and then inside you would put butter,
Yeah.
cheese, and you can add extras like baked beans, or you can have cheese and fish. Tuna is a popular choice. And these businesses are across the UK too, selling cooked potatoes.
Why cross? It's like a religion or something?
Maybe it pays history to our Christian background,
Okay.
or maybe it's just a very effective way to open the potato.
Pay respect to the history.
Yes.
Yeah, especially the age of great discovery. You had a lot of the flags with the cross. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, and every country are using that different colors.
Yes. So here in Sydney, they
Yeah.
have a representation of our flag. inside.
right. Yeah.
New Zealand has a representation of our
Yeah,
flag
yeah.
inside. I mean, of course,
So why don't you just cut like double cross?
the double cross.
Yeah.
Maybe we should speak with these business owners. Maybe they're making.
Make it more British.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every jacket potato will now be cut within the Union Jack fashion.
Right. And put some colorful ingredients like red.
Like maybe a
Yeah.
beetroot dye, like to make this red.
And topping with tomato sauce. Then you can see the flag clearly on the potato.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
This is a good idea.
Yeah, you should sell it.
Hold
to
on.
British
I need to just write this down.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more flavored inside.
Exactly. You learn every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with Britain, we have that strong sense of history, especially when it comes to the food. So I'd like to invite you to come over.
Okay, we'll do.
And you can enjoy the food.
Yeah.
We can do a review for your friends.
Yeah. See you there. Yeah, I would definitely try it.
See you soon.
Yeah.